Good day, family. This is Ariana Blakemore, and I want to say congratulations, congrats, because I know it took a lot for you all to answer the call and say yes, saying yes to a healthier you and a new lifestyle, right? First, we must prepare our minds, prepare our bodies, prepare our spirits for what we're about to embark on, starting the 5 steps that must be taken place prior to starting June 1st in order to prepare for and prep the body for what's to come. So step 1, drink hot water with a squeeze of a half of lemon or lime in your hot water with a dash of olive oil. Make sure it's pure, unfiltered, organic olive oil. That's the best source of olive oil. We want to make sure we're sourcing the best foods and oils as possible. Even though during the 21 days we're not consuming much oils, we're making sure we're not consuming high heated oils. So fried foods, stir fries, which is heavily doused in oil. Just this dash of olive oil within your hot water would make a huge difference. And I'll go through the benefits of each one. You're going to have your half a lemon in your hot cup of water, just a dash of olive oil. Make sure it's pure, unfiltered, organic. And then lastly is a dash of cayenne pepper. Now, when I say a dash, that's necessarily a teaspoon. About a teaspoon is equivalent to a dash, just a little amount. You'll put that into your hot cup of water all together. And now you'll be drinking this every morning. Yes, I said it, every morning. So as soon as you wake up in the morning, whatever time that is your first drink that you're going to have. And now what this does, this wakes up the body, digestive system, the colon, and it actually flushes that waste out. It gets it sparking, gets it flowing, gets the stimulation going. Olive oil does that softens that hard fecal matter and allows for that to expel and release out of the body through the bowels. And then now that dash of cayenne pepper, that's your blood mover. So that helps with blood circulation, lymph fluid circulation within the lymphatic system, which is our sewage system of the body. They all work together as a unit, okay? Now, step 2 is increasing your diversity of fiber, right? So half of your plate each meal of the day, say if you have 3 meals a day, each plate that you have should be half produce. So say if you have a protein, with the detox, we're not eating meat, dairy, and eggs and fish and cheese. So if you're still doing that as of today, that's fine. So if you have your meat source of protein and your carbs, and half of that, the other half of your plate should be produce. Step 3 is getting moving, right? Getting active in some way, shape, or form that fits your schedule or your style of movement. My recommendation was making sure you go outside, whatever and regardless of what type of exercise style that you want to do, make sure it's outdoors, weather permitted, of course. So I recommended at least 30 minutes a day of walking outdoors. And what that does, that gets your system circulating, your blood flowing, your lymphatic system stimulated as well. It helps with your mood, most of the benefits that you get from just walking. So we want to prepare our bodies for what's to come, and also to help facilitate the detoxification process. Different sources of movements could be yoga, it could be stretching, walking, running, jogging, gardening, dancing, anything your heart contains. It's free game. You just want to get your body moving for at least 30 minutes. Number 4 is drinking water. Hydrate, okay? So hydration does not come in the form of just water, okay? So you must understand that hydration also comes in the form of eating fruits, right? Because fruit is primarily water And it's structured water. It's water that contains the vitamins, the minerals, and the nutrients, and the salts, the healthy salts. We need salts in our life, you guys, to be healthy. We're primarily water. We're up to 80% water. And if we aren't hydrated well, then the detoxification process comes to a halt. It actually can come to a standstill, and it won't be able to give you the desired effect that you're looking for if the body isn't hydrated, because the water is what travels and transports the minerals, the vitamins from the foods that you're eating, and even the herbs. It transports those things to the cells. So if you're not hydrated, it kind of defeats the purpose. So make sure you're staying hydrated. You're drinking at least half of your body weight in ounces. Okay, so divide your body weight in half, and whatever number that comes up on your calculator, that's the amount of water in ounces that you'll be drinking every day. Okay, but that also includes, like I said, fruits. So it's not just the water that you drink, but the foods that contain water as well, that contributes to the amount of water you're drinking. Okay, so that could be smoothies, that could be juices, even leafy greens have some contents of water within it. It's not as much, but you want to make sure you have at least half of your body weight in ounces a day. And what this does, it sets the stage, and it hydrates our body. You say, what is produce? Produce is anything that is naturally occurring, naturally growing. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, beans, legumes. So you have a variety of different produce types and sources to choose from. Okay, but you want to make sure you diversify your types of produce. Okay, so we're not just eating the same thing each meal and saying, okay, this counts for my half a plate of produce. No, we're diversifying per color. So making sure you're eating your greens, orange produce, your purple produce, your yellow produce. So making sure you're diversifying your plate with the fiber content and the types of fiber. So fiber only comes from whole foods, from plants, things that are grown from the soil. So we want to inch our way into the program because we're going to be consuming a lot of plants. And if our body isn't prepared for what's to come, it'll have adverse effects. You'll have bloating, indigestion, and it'll lead to fatigue, low energy, and we don't want any of that, right? We don't want none of that. So we can prep our microbiome in our gut to then be able to absorb and utilize all that goodness we're going to start eating June 1st. Number 5, last but not least, this is probably the most important thing that you can start doing on your journey and beyond, is prayer. Praying and journaling, and preferably in the morning, because whenever we wake up, we're still in a state of coherence to where we receive better. So if you start praying in the morning and journaling or even meditation, that is highly recommended to start setting the stage for detoxification, because the body cannot heal when it is not at peace. When it is in a stressful state, the body cannot do what it's designed to do. So we must regulate our nervous system, regulate our mind and our emotions through expressing. So these are forms of expression through journaling, through praying, through meditation, to center and hone in on the present moment, right? To be grateful for what we have. Setting your intentions for the day. So if we instill more of an inner peace, it'll then show up physically in our bodies, in our minds, in our habits, in our actions. Thank you all for listening to the 5 steps to prepare the body, the mind, and the spirit for the 21 days of detoxing. I hope you found this valuable.